See. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're live. There we go. Yo, yo, what's going on, everyone? Everyone had an awesome week. Let's see, ready for an even awesomer weekend. Doing. Got the whole box ready to go. Alright, my guys. You already know what time it is. We're cracking this box. Whole box. What are we looking for from this set? It's gotta be... So I'm really interested in the blue spirit, if I'm being honest. The whole, like, mono blue flash seems kind of cool. I think it's like, what's the bird? There's like the flash bird that's kind of like an orcish bowmaster, except it gets bigger and draws you cards or something. That card's really cool. And then just like, this set has so much just like insane cards, honestly. Like, this might just be hype, but I think this set is better than Final Fantasy in terms of raw card quality. I don't think the set has like a VV, but you're not pulling like a bunch of just like bulk cards. Like Final Fantasy had like a lot of bangers to it, but then there's of course like cards that are just like draft shaft, stuff like that. I feel like this set has a lot less of that and more just like playables. So I'm really excited about that. It's like a... Yeah, like draft archetypes. Okay. So let's get like right into just cracking this wide open. Pretty excited for this set. But yeah, it's really just like the blue spirit, the bird, that like I'm mainly like really excited for. But I'm just open to like pulling anything from this set. This is a really cool clone token already. I really like that. Boiling Rock Prison enters tapped. Taps for black-red. Sack this land, draw a card. Razor Rings deals 4 target attack your blocking creature. You gain life equal to excess damage. Nice. Already we're pulling, there's 8 Aangs in this set. 8 of them. So already we pulled one of them. Let's see, it's the Bant, that when he enters, we'll go top fire library, get creature for 4 or less from among them on the battlefield, put the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. When another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang, and transforms an Aang Destined Savior. Your land creatures have vigilance, and then at the beginning of combat, you earthbend 2. That's pretty cool. I was going to stick them to the side. Wolf Bat. Whenever you draw a second card each turn, you pay black. Return this from your grave to the battlefield with finality counter on it. Not a fan of finality counters. I always be getting excited for cards, and then I see it has the word finality counter on it, and I'm just like, oh, never mind. Just not a fan. Fire Sages. Firebending. The 1/1 counter on this creature. Airbender's Reversal. So it has a lesson on it. Short target attack creature, airbend target creature you control. That's pretty cool. So it's either a blink spell or a kill spell. That's amazing. Wow. Haru Hidden Talent. When an ally enters, you earthbend 1. That's pretty cool. Sandbender Storm. Choose one. Destroy target attacking creature, or destroy target creature power 4 greater, or Earthbend 3. Octopus Form. Creature gets hexproof +1/+1, and you untap it. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. Raburu Troop. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, gains flying until end of turn. Gain a life. Okay, that's pretty cool. Sold out. Exile a creature. If it's dealt damage, you get a clue. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Firebends. Exhaust 8. Put 2/1/1 counters on this creature. Gains trample. Wandering Musicians. When it attacks, creature control get +1/+0. Origin of Metal Bending. You destroy target artifact or enchantment, or put 1/1 counter on a creature you control, and it gain. Oh, that's fun. It's kind of it's like that's interesting. Like it's removal. Like it's kind of like a return to nature. This is neat. Except instead of like exiling from a grave, you can protect one of your creatures. So it's removal or protection. I think that's really cool. So far, like from that pack, I think these cards are neat. Aang, of course, has a bunch of words all over him. Blink spell, 2 protection spells, and like this being like return to nature plus having just like protection on it, I think that's cool. For a long time watcher of this channel, you know I'm the return to nature's biggest fan. Ally token, Forest, Azula Oldest Lies. Target creature is -1/-1, or put a 1/1 counter on creature. Great Divide Guide. Every land and ally you control taps for 1. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Sunbaked Canyon. You can pay a life for red or white. 1, you can sack this land, draw a card. That's pretty neat. Shared Roots. Search your library for basic. Put on the battlefield tapped. Oh, this is another Rampant Growth. Search your library for basic plant. Okay. Now we have like 6 or 7 Rampant Growths. Destined Confrontation. Each player chooses any number of creatures with total power 4 or less. Sacrifice all other creatures. That's pretty good. Northern Air Temple. When it enters, each opponent loses X life. You gain X. Whenever Shrines. Whenever Shrine enters, each opponent loses life. You gain a life. That's a pretty good Shrine combo piece. Merchant of Many Hats. Return this card from your grave to your hand. Forecasting Fortune Teller. When it enters, you make a clue. Passionate Healer. When this creature becomes tapped, you gain a life. Scry card. Boomy Rush. Deals damage equal to the number of lands you control. Or destroy target land, creature, or non-basic land. That's actually pretty cool. It's like a mono red kill spell more often than not, or you can like break a land. I'm with it. Messenger Hawk. Enters, you make a clue. This creature is +2/+0 as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. It's kind of cute. Turtle Duck. For 3, this creature has base power 4 and trample. And a Lightning Strike reprint. Okay, so Ally, Swamp, Twin Blades. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains double strike. That's pretty cool. Tara the Fearless. If a triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Really, really good. Professor's Eye, Anthropologist. Pretty sure his card's like nutty. Discard a card, draw a card, sacrifice him, return instant or sorcery from your grave to your hand. Okay, so he's not nutty, but that's still like 2 pretty good abilities. Looter, and eventually you can just like get rid of him to recycle an instant or sorcery. That's still pretty good. Vengeful Villagers. When this creature attacks, choose target creature an opponent controls, tap it, then you sacrifice an artifact or creature. When this creature attacks, so it's 4 mana, 3/3 for reference. Choose target creature and opponent controls and tap it. Then you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. If you do, post dunk. Huh. That's actually pretty interesting. I like that. Ruinous water bending. 3. And as additional cost from the water bend 4, which is tapping artifacts or creatures. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. And then if you water bent it, whenever a creature dies this turn, you gain a life. Okay, so it's either like it's like a board wipe for small creatures. Otherwise, board wipe for small creatures plus you gain life on it. Benevolent River Spirit, you can water bend 5 when you cast it. Flying, ward 2. Then when it enters, scry 2. It's okay. Ender's Water Skin. Untap this artifact during every player's untap. And it's a mana rock. That's neat. Avatar Enthusiasts. Ally enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Callous Inspector as Menace, and when it dies, deals 1 to you, and you create a clue. That's okay. It's like just like one of those like little guys that you want to have die. Rowdy Snowballers enters, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Cunning Maneuver. Target creature +3/+1, and you get a clue token. Vindictive Warden. Menace, Firebending, 3, it deals 1 damage to every opponent. That's actually really neat, because it's like an infinite mana sink there, and it's going to make you mana, and it's a 2/3, like, that's actually pretty good. Earthbending Lesson, it's just Earthbend 4. Ally. Serpent's Pass. Then let's see, enters tap, blue-black, 4, sack it, draw a card. Fire Nation Warship, when it dies, you make a clue. Aang's Iceberg. Enters, you exile 1 other non-land until the enchantment leaves. And for 3, Waterbend 3, you can sack it to scry 2. Suki, Courageous Rescuer. Your other creature at +1/+0. When another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, make a 1/1 white ally creature once per turn. That seems really good, wow. Price of Freedom. Destroy an artifact or land an opponent controls, they search their library for basic, put on the battlefield tapped, and you draw a card. Okay, I like that. Guru Pathic? I forget how this guy's name is pronounced. I don't think I ever saw the episodes he was in. But when he enters, you look at the top 5 of your library. You can reveal a lesson, saga, or shrine from among them to add to your hand. Put the rest at the bottom, and when you cast a lesson, saga, or shrine, put a 1/1 counter on another creature you control. That's pretty good. Another Fire Nation Warship. Zuko's Exile. Exile an artifact, creature, enchantment. Make its controller gets a clue. This card's really good for like just about any color that just doesn't have removal for artifact and or enchantment. So like for red it's good for enchantment removal, and then for black it's good for also enchantment removal. I think like what colors can't remove artifacts? Black. So this card's like especially good in blacks, enchantment and artifact removal. I think this card's really good. It'll quench ya. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Seems okay. Ravenous Rings, or Razor Rings. Swamp Snare Trap. 1 less if it targets creature with flying. It gets -5/-3. Boomy Bash. Kyoshi Battle Fan. When this equipment enters, make a 1/1, attach it, gets +1/+0. Pillar Launch. Gets +2/+2, gains reach when you untap it. Okay, we got another ally. Umashu City. It's the green-red version of the pay for sacrifice draw card. Flopsy Boomy's Buddy. Ape Goat. 4/4 for 6 mana. Enters, put a 1/1 counter on every creature you control. Every creature you control with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Oh wow, that's pretty impressive. Realm of Ko. Enters tapped. Oh yeah, I also want to pull Ko the Face Dealer. Card's just cool. Enters tapped unless you control a basic land. And then for black and 3, you make a 1/1 spirit that can be blocked by non-spirits. June, Bounty Hunter. Can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. You can sack another creature to make a clue during your turn. That's really cool. I think one of my friends were talking about this card. I think it's very just like neat, balanced card design. 2/2 for 2 has like 2 pretty cool keyword abilities. That one's neat. Tylee, Artful Acrobat. When attacks, pay 1. Target creature can't block this turn. Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. When you draw your second card every turn, make a 1/1 spirit that can be blocked. I like this card a lot. And also, it also has lifelink too for wow. I always like this kind of card design where it's like when you draw your second card, do like some like small thing. I always like it's such a cool card design. I always like it. Boomy, King of 3 Trials. 5 and a green, Human Noble Ally. Enters, choose X for X number of lessons in your grave. Put 3 1/1 counters on Boomy. Target player scries 3. Earthbend 3. That's cute. Otter Penguin. When you draw a second card each turn, this creature gets +1/+2 and can't be blocked. Passionate Healer. Hog Monkey. In combat of your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains Menace. And then you can exhaust your 5, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Waterbending Lesson. Draw 3, discard a card unless you waterbend 2. While you're paying. Okay, so you pay the 4 to cast it, and then you pay an additional 2 if you don't want to discard a card. That one seems, I don't know, iffy on that one. Fire Nation Cadets has Firebending 2, as long as there's a lesson in your graveyard. And then for 2, it gets +1/+0. Abandon Attachments. You may discard a card. If you do, draw 2. I'm not sure. You may discard a card if you do draw 2. So what would be the purpose of that? Like, is there a scenario where you would cast this and choose not to discard a card? That's interesting. Sabertooth, Moose Lion. Reach for cycling. Yeah, I'm just never going to get better at opening packs. Ally, the white-black, pay 4 sack, draw card. Flexible Waterbender. Vigilance, and then Waterbend for 3. This creature's base power and toughness is 5/2. Diligent Zookeeper. Non-humans get +1/+1 for each of its creature types to a maximum of 10. Benevolent River Spirit. Fire Nation attacks. Make 2 red soldier tokens with firebending. 1, and then the flavor text, everything changed. And it also has flashback for 9 if that comes up. Fancy Footwork. Untap 1 or 2 target creatures. They get +2/+2. Leaves on the Vine. Mill 3 cards, create a food token. Put a 1/1 counter on each of 2 creatures you control. Draw a card if there's a lesson in your grave. That's cool. Zugos Exile. That card's really good. Zula Always Flies. Cat Owl. When it attacks, untap an artifact or creature. Rabaroo Troop. That's one landfall. It's flying. Foggy Swamp Vinebender. Can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less, and then Waterbend for 5. Mongoose Lizard. When this creature enters, deal 1 to any target. Aang's Journey. For 2, you search for a basic. Spells Kick, search your library for basic, and a shrine card. Put those into your hand. Gain 2 life. That's kind of neat. It's another card where I feel like it'd be pretty decent in colorless. Another ally. The Simic version of those land cycle. Hog Monkey. Coda, Selfless Ally. Selfless Commanders, but is an ally. Vigilance. You can look at the top of your library anytime. Cast allies from among them. Sacrifice a Coda. Creature control +0/+5. Indestructible. It's pretty good. Trusty Boomerang. Let's see. For 1 tap target creature. Return Trusty Boomerang to its owner's hand. War Balloon. Let's see. Flying. For 1 mana, you put a fire counter on this vehicle. It has 3 or more fire counters. It's an artifact creature. That's cute. Master Paku. He has prowess. Comes tap. Target player mills X, where X is the number of lessons in your grave. White Lotus reinforcements. Your other allies get +1/+1. Watery Grasp. Let's see, for 1 enchant creature, it doesn't untap, and then for 5, it gets shuffled into their library. That's cute. Avatar Enthusiast. Canyon Crawler. When it enters, make a food. Deserter's Disciple. You can tap it. Another target creature you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked. Abandoned Attachments, Turtle Duck, Firebending Lesson. Sea Kicker 4, deals 2 to target creature. Spells kicked, it deals 5 for that creature instead. So you can either pay just the 1. Let's see. Oh, no, only to creature, so it's not like a lightning bolt. Got a food token, mountain, top Centuries, reach, death touch. That's pretty good for a 3-drop already. And then when it dies, if there's a less in your graveyard, you gain 2 life. Obsessive Pursuit. Let's see, when this enchantment enters, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose a life and you make a clue. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. And then whenever you attack, put X 1/1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is greater than 3, that creature gains lifelink. That's really good. I like that. Jet Freedom Fighter. Let's see. Enters. He deals damage equal number of creatures you control to target creature and opponent controls. And then when Jet dies, put 2 1/1 counters on each of 2 creatures that you control. It's neat. Leaves on the Vine. Fire Nation attacks. Jody, 1 of many. Black, tap, surveil 1, make a token that's a copy of this creature, sacrifice an artifact or creature, only has sorcery. I'm surprised that card doesn't say you can play like any number. Kyoshi Warriors, ETB, create a 1/1 ally. Sugla Always Lies, Giant Koi, Waterbend 3, Island Cycling for 2, Earth Kingdom Soldier. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on 2 target creatures you control. Rough Rhino Cavalry, Battle Fan, Turtle Duck. Let's see. Okay, so far, no sign of a blue spirit or the bird or pole patrol. Untap target. Tap to untap target permanent that you control. Waterbend for 3 to tap target creature and opponent controls. The Legend of Karuk. Scry 2. Then draw a card. Exile the saga, return to the battlefield. That's Avatar Karuk. Whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token that can't be blocked by non-spirits. And then exhaust Waterbend 20. Take an extra turn after this one. Okay, that's a bit over the top. Scry 2, draw a card. Earth King's Lieutenant. Trample. ETB, put a 1/1 counter on all your allies. An ally enters, put a 1 counter on this creature. Kyoshi Island Plaza. Let's see. Enters. Search for X basics or X's number of shrines you control. Put them on the battlefield. Jeez, this card's insane. Whenever another shrine you control enters, search for a base. This card's insane. God, Shrine's got it so good this set. It's like this card is legit, like insane. Whoa. Full Patrol, Aang, the Last Airbender. Airbend up to 1 non-land when he enters. Whenever you cast a lesson spell, he gains lifelink. I think this card's like kind of obnoxious in Blink decks, being honest. The card's super obnoxious. Foggy Swamp Hunters. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards, this creature has Lifelink and Menace. Actually, no, it's 4 mana. Zhong's Deserters. ETB, put 1 counter target creature. Cycle of Renewal, sack a land, tutor two basics, put them on the battlefield tapped. And it's an instant, that's pretty good. Firebending Lesson, Earth Village Ruffians. Let's see, when it dies, Earthbend 2. Oh, there's a Jody copy. Airship Engine Room, Sparring Dummy, Defender, mill a card by tapping it, put a land, mill this way to your hand, you gain 2 life if it lessens milled. Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop. Taps for either colorless, tap to add mana of any color, only cast allies or activate ally abilities, and for 5, make a 1/1 ally. The Spirit Oasis. Spirit Oasis enters, draw a card for all the shrines you control. When our shrine enters, draw. God, they have it so good. Shrines got it so good. On your end step, if you attack this turn, put a 1/1 counter on another target creature or vehicle that you control. It's pretty cool. I like that. Sokka, Lateral Strategist. Let's see. Whenever Sokka and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. Pretty cool. Toph, the Blind Bandit. ETB, Earthbend 2. Power is equal to the number of 1/1 counters on lands that you control. Yep. Target creature you control gets +2/+2. If it's an ally, gains flying. Flexible Waterbender. Waterbend for 3. Swap the power and toughness. Zhong's Deserter. Deadly Precision. Let's see. Sack a artifact or creature or pay 4. Destroy target creature. Spinebender. Yuyan Archers. When enters, discard a card, draw a card. And more Earth Village Ruffians. Oh, what is... Oh, that's pretty sick. Check that. That's a Merit Lage token. That's really cool. Wow, I like that a lot. That's awesome. That's a really cool token to pull. Mountain, Aang's Iceberg. Oh, Toph, the first Metal Bender. This card's apparently going to be super insane in CDH. Non-token artifacts, you control lands in addition to the other types. And then at the beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2. Wow, yeah. I see why the card's going to be pretty insane. Especially like turning, see, non-token artifacts become lands too. Oh my god. Water Tribe Rallier. Waterbend 5. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal a creature from among them, power 3 or less. Put in your hand. Put the rest of them by your library. That's not bad. Yo, Combustion Man. When he attacks, destroy a permanent unless the controller has Combustion Man. Deal damage them equal to his power. Oh, wow. That is... Yeah, I like this card a lot. I like Combustion Man. Ember Island Production. You can choose one. You either create a token that's a copy of target creature you control, except it's not legendary, and it's a 4/4 hero, in addition to its other types. Or you can create a token that's a copy of target creature your opponent controls, except it's not legendary, it's a 2/2 coward in addition to its other types. Huh. That's neat. Oh, Bitter Work. This card that we wanted to pull too. So this card is whenever you attack with one or more creatures, power 4 or greater, draw a card. You can literally stop reading there, but it has Exhaust 4 to Earthbend, only during your turn. Like, that card, that is really good. Precision, Forecasting Fortune Teller, Water Tribe Captain, Boomy Bash, Wandering Musicians, Mindbenders, Deserter's Disciple. Yes, that pack has some bangers in there. ally, planes, Vinebender, Firelord Zuko, Firebending X. X is Firelord Zuko's power. And then whenever you cast a spell from exile, whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, put a 1/1 counter on each creature that you control. Oh, my Scornful Striker. This card's also like really insane, honestly. Just like a 2-drop that just burns your opponents. It burns everyone, but whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. That card's just... It also says first strike, 2/2 the first strike. Like, that card's pretty nutty. Hermetic Herbalist, taps for any color. Add 2 mana in any combination to cast Lessons. Zuko, Exiled Prince. Firebends for 3. And then for 3, you can exile top of your library and play that card this turn. That's really good. It's like you can attack, and then you make the 3 mana, and then you use 3 mana to escalate to turn into card draw. That's pretty good. Momo, the Playful Pet. Let's see. Flying, Vigilance. Leaves the battlefield. Either make a food, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, or scry 2. Sandbender's Storm. Destroy target creature, power 4 greater, or Earthbend 3. Pirate Peddlers. Whenever you sack an arc permanent, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Lost Days. For 4 and a blue. The owner of target creature or enchantment puts it on top, puts it into the library, second from the top or on the bottom. You create a clue. It's okay. Soldier. Badger Mole. When it enters, Earthbend 2. Whenever a creature with a 1 count... Oh, creatures you control with a 1/1 counter have trample. Yuyan Archers. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. So 1, then 1. You can add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice this artifact, deal 5 damage to target creature. Okay. Our food token. Our airship engine room. Path to Redemption. Enchanted creature, can't attack or block. Sacrifice this aura, exile enchanted creature, make a 1/1 only on your turn. Aang the Swift Savior. This card's really, like, all the Aangs are good. Let's just put that, like, this one's flash, flying, ETB, airbend a target creature spell. And then for 8, you transform him, oh no, wait, not Aang, into Aang and La Ocean's Fury. Reach, trample, whenever it attacks, put a 1 counter on every tapped creature that you control. Like, but it's really like this, like the flash into just like airbend a spell. Or like you can use it as protection, you can effectively use it as a counter spell. Like this card is just so good. Aang's Shelter, which is, oh shit. Bro, it says Teferi's Protection on it. Yo! Oh shit, we're sleeving. That's going right in a sleeve. Oh my god. Whoa. Just pulled a full art T Pro. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my. Woo. Sheesh. Okay. Okay, we out here just pull a full art T Pro. Oh man. Okay. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Oh my. Check that out. Check that. Nice. W. That's so good. Alright. Alright, let's get back. Lo and Lee, Twin Tutors. Search your library for a lesson or noble card. Reveal it. Put in your hand. Noble creatures you control. And lesson spells have lifelink. That card's neat. Like I play like a legendary, like an Orzhov Legends deck, so that might actually be playable in there. Tiger Dillo. Can't attack or block unless the creature power 4 or greater. Seems kind of okay. True Ancestry. Return up to 1 target permanent from your grave to your hand. Create a clue. Geyser Leaper. Let's see. Geyser Leaper. Flying, Waterbend 4, draw a card, discard a card. Kind of mid. Guana Parrot. Flying, Vigilance, Prowess. Airbending Lesson. Airbend target non-land. Draw a card. I like that. I like that. Those are always lies. I pulled like a bunch of these. Cycle of Renewal. It's one that instant speed. It's like that's pretty cool. It's like it's a Haro. Haro. Earth Rumble Wrestlers. Has +1/+0 and has trample as long as you control a land creature or a land enter the battlefield. Pretty neat. Oh man. Oh jeez, we fumbling. Alright. Got Ally, Swamp, Day of the Black Sun. Each creature with mana value X or less lose all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. Well, that's just pretty good. Elemental Teachings. Search a library for up to 4 land cards with different names. Reveal them. Opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards into your grave. The rest on the battle. Yo, what? Hold up. Bruh. Four land cards, just any 4. I mean, it's 5 mana, but like, what do you get off of this realistically? Like you can reveal 2 clones, 2 lands that are clones, right? Like there's Echoing Deeps or Depths, I believe, that enters as a land in your yard. And then you can get, I think the land is called Putrefied Fields, if I'm not mistaken. You can sack it to return a land from your yard to your hand. So you can reveal those 2, and then just 2 like broken lands, like Cabalcoff or Urborg, for example. And now it's just like no matter what your opponents choose, you're getting the 2 lands that you want. I think this card's kind of insane. Waterbending Scroll. Draw a card for 6 mana. This ability costs 1 less for every island that you control. That's pretty neat. Evasion Tactics. See when this enters. Creature control +2/+2 until end of turn. Whenever 1 or more allies deal combat to a player, draw a card. 5 mana though. I don't know about that one. Another Zuko. Toils of War. Enters, create a clue. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent during your turn, create a 1/1 white ally. Yeah, seems neat. Another Swamp Snare Trap. Quencha. Zhongzhong's Deserters. Messenger Hawk. Origin of Metal Bending. Lightning Strike. Pillar Launched. That's good. Okay. So far, still haven't pulled a Blue Spirit or the Flashbird, but pulling that to the Fairy's Protection was kind of insane. Or Clone, Island, Earth Kingdom Protectors, sack it, and our ally you control as indestructible. Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. Menace, Prowess, your allies have Menace and Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1... Honestly, like, this new set is turning allies into slivers, because, like, every single one of them is like all the allies gain these abilities. Like this just feels like just like slivers, honestly. Fire Navy Turbucket, Defender Reach. Whenever you attack, make a 2/1 construct, artifact creature, token name Ballistic Boulder. That's tapped and attacking. Sacrifice the token beginning and end step. Whenever you attack, create. That seems okay. Sparring Dummy, Accumulate Wisdom. Look at the top 3 of your library. Put 1 of those cards into your hand, the rest at the bottom in any order. Put each of those cards in your hand instead if there's 3 or more or less a card. Bruh. Look at the top 3. That's just... Like, in a lesson deck, this is literally just a 2-mana draw 3. Oh my... Bruh, this is insane. Lighter Staff. Airbend... See, equipment enters, airbend 1 target creature. Shares +1/+1 flying. Otter Penguin. Beetle-headed Merchants. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact, draw a card, and put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like in like a Sephiroth, like mono black Sephiroth. It's kind of like a second copy of your commander in a way. That's neat. Octopus form is just good. Water Tribe Captain 8. Your creature +1/+1. Rebellious Captives. Exhaust 6. Put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Earthbend 2. Treetop Freedom Fighters. Makes an ally when it enters. Rumble Arena. Land enters, scry 1. And then either taps for colorless or 1, tap it for any color. I mean, it's... Oh, wait, hold up. Dude. Vigilance. This land has Vigilance on it. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. ETB, scry... You know what? We're gonna put this in our playable pile. I didn't catch the Vigilance on first read. But that's actually kind of funny. Oh, there's the Ballistic Boulder. Kyoshi Village. Swamp Hunters. Ran and Shaw. Flying. Firebending 2. Enters. See, if you cast them and there are 3 or more dragons or lessons in your grave, make a token that's a copy, except it's not legendary. And then it basically has fire breathing. That's neat. Oh, that's funny. Pulled them right next to each other. Sun Warriors, Firebending X, for X number of creatures that you have. Create a 1/1 ally. That's neat. I like that. Invasion Submersible. Let's see, when this vehicle enters, return up to 1 other non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Enters for 2 and a blue. Then exhausts. This becomes a vehicle creature. 3 1 counters. That's neat. Ozai's Cruelty. Deal 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. Uncle Iroh. Firebending for 1. And then your lessons you cast cost 1 less to cast. That's cute. Otter Penguin. Forecasting Fortune Teller. Glider Kids. ETB. Scry 1. Dialing Indoctrination. Opponent reveals their hand. You choose non-land to discard. Earthbend 2. Badger Mole. Mongoose Lizard. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. I keep meaning to... Here, we're gonna take a quick hydrate break. Alright, gang, we're so hydrated now. We are so hydrated. Alright, we got an ally, forest, swamp snare trap, Agnaquella? I'm probably mispronouncing it, but draw a card, discard it. That's cool. It's just like a little looter land. Knowledge Seeker. Let's see, Vigilance. Whenever you draw a second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and when it dies, make a clue. I fucked with it. Master Piando. Attacks. Look at the top 4 of your library. Reveal an ally, equipment, or a lesson from among them. Put to your hand, and then put the rest on the bottom. There's better versions of this card, honestly. For an equipment deck, at least. For like allies and lessons, this card's pretty good. Yo, Heartless Act. Okay, fuck that. That's actually one of my favorite pieces of just like really niche removal. Destroy a creature that has no counters on it, or remove 3 counters from a creature. So usually this just says to destroy a creature. I like this card a lot. Zhong the Deserter. 2 in a red, Firebending 1. Exhaust for 3 to put a 1/1 counter on Zhong, and then the next... when you next cast a lesson spell this turn, copy it, you may choose new targets. That's cute. Curious Farm Animals. When it dies, you gain 3 life. Sack it, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Corrupt Court Officials. ETBs. Target opponent discards a card. Guana Parrot. Glider Kids. Rocky Rebuke. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power target creature opponent controls. How to Start a Riot. Target creature gains menace. Creature target player controls get +2/+0. Hey, Riot. Platypus Bear. Defender enters mill 2. And then, as long as there's less in your graves, creature can attack as though it doesn't have Defender. Oh, that's when the blank says, like, what is this? I thought it was like a full art card at first. Foggy Bomb Swamp, it's the Golgari version. Waterbending Scroll. Boiling Rock Rider, Firebending for 1. Tap an untapped ally you control. Exile target card from graveyard. When this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. That's pretty neat. I like that. Accumulate Wisdom. Earth Rumble. Let's see, Earthbend 2. And then when you do, up to 1 target creature control, fight target creature and opponent controls. Southern Air Temple ETBs. X 1/1 counters on every creature, or X number of shrines. Whenever shrine control enters, put a 1/1 counter on each creature control. This cycle of shrines is just insane. Like, it's literally just an insane cycle of shrines. The Fire Navy Future Bucket, Geyser Leaper, Canyon Crawler, Watery Grasp. Enchant creature, doesn't untap, and then Waterbend 5. I just want to shuffle. Airbending Lesson, Mongoose Lizard, Rumble Arena, Cycle of Renewal. Let's see. For us, still no Blue Spirit. Things ain't looking too good. Alright, Food Token, Meditation Pool, Pillar Launch, Firelord Zuko. Ooh, this we pulled him earlier, but this is like his full art. This is cool. Firebending X, where X is power. When you cast a spell, put a 1/1 counter on all the creatures you control. Yeah, like this. This art's tough. Sokka Bold Boomeranger. ETB, discard up 2, draw that many. When you cast an artifact or lesson, put a 1/1 counter on Sokka. It's a 2-mana looter. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see what the red one's going to do. ETBs makes a 1/1 monk for every shrine that you control. And then when our shrine enters, make another one. Oh my god, the shrines are insane. Invasion Reinforcements. Cruel Administrator. Has Raid. So when this creature enters, gets 1/1 counter if you attacked. When this creature attacks, create a red soldier with Firebending 1. 5 mana though? I don't know. Sandbender Storm. Rowdy Snowballer. Testing. Poxbearers. Oh, when it dies, make an ally. Sold out. Ostrich Horse. Almost looks like a Chocobo. Enters battlefield, mill 3 cards, put a land from among them to your hand. If you don't, put a 1 counter on this creature. 3 top Freedom Fighters. Another Aang's Journey. Okay. Another ally. Island. First time flyer. Gets +1/+1 if there's a lesson in your grave. Ba Sing Se. Enters tapped unless you draw a basic. And for 2 green, Earthbend 2, only sorcery. Hama the Bloodbender. Let's see. Enters. Target opponent mills 3. Exile up to 1 non-creature, non-land from among their exiled cards. For as long as you control Hama, you may cast the exiled card during your turn by waterbending X rather than paying the mana cost, or X the mana value. Seems... it's like, just kind of like, just okay. I don't know. Solstice Revelations. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile non-land. You can cast that card without paying its mana cost if the spell's cost is less than the number of mountains you control. If you don't cast that card this way, put it in your hand. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Earth Rumble. Serpent of the Past. Let's see, if there are 3 more lessons in your grave, cast spell as though it has flash. Costs 1 less to cast for every non-creature, non-land in your grave, too. So yeah, that's pretty good. Right. Giant Koi. Kyoshi Warriors. Raucous. Anyway, tap for green. If you control creature power 4 or greater, add 2 green instead. That's pretty good. Maneuver. Earth Rumble Wrestlers. Food token. Sunblessed Peak. Thanks Journey. Tiger Seal. Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this creature. When you draw a second card each turn, untap this creature. Arrow's Demonstration. Deal 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, or deal 4 damage to target creature. Airbender's Reversal. Another Hama. Bender's Water Skin. Merchant of Many Hats. Octopus Form. Path to Redemption. Yukon's Archers. Aang's Journey. Badger Mole. Alright, how many packs we got left? We got... It looks like we got 9 packs left. No Blue Spirit yet. No Bird. This is a rough one. We still got the chance to pull those cards. So let's see, gotta get rid of some of these wrappers, clear some space for more wrappers. Alright. Alright, let's get into it. Got another ally token. Misty Palm Oasis. Beetle-Headed Merchants. Iroh Grand Lotus. Firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery in your grave has flashback equals mana cost. During your turn, each lesson in your grave has... Wow. That's really good. Oh my... Wow. Yeah, I like that card a lot. Oh, hey, Bribery. Search our player's library for a creature on the battlefield under control. That's... Yeah. Yeah, we take briberies. Let's see, I gotta find a sleeve to put that in. Let's see. That's a pretty good card to pull. Next up is Honest Work. Enchanted creature and opponent controls. When this aura enters, tap the enchanted creature, remove all counters from it. Lose all abilities and is a citizen. Okay. That's pretty good. Suki, Kyoshi Warrior. Its power is equal to the number of creatures that you have. When it attacks, make a 1/1 ally tapped and attacking. Earth Kingdom General. Let's see. ETB's Earthbend 2. Whenever you put one or more 1/1 counters on a creature, you gain that much life once per turn. Swamp Hunters, Lost Days, Rabaroo Troop, Pirate Peddlers, Raucous Audience, How to Start a Riot, Rumble Arena. So, we have 7 packs left now. Ally, North Pole, Wandering Musicians, Azula, Cunning Usurper. Firebending 2. Let's see. Enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature that they control. Then they exile a creature card from their grave, non-land from their grave. Okay. And then during your turn, you may cast cards exiled by Azula. You may cast them as if they had flash. Then you can spend mana of any color. That's pretty good. Another Azula on the hunt. When it attacks, you lose 1 life and you make a clue. That's pretty straightforward. I like that. And then you have, like, when it attacks, you make the clue, and then you can use the Firebending 2 to crack the clue. So she's effectively a 4/3. It just says when you attack, draw a card. Appa Loyal Sky Bison. ETBs, choose one. Target creature you control gains flying. Earthbend non-land permanent that you control. And I don't like, I think like Earthbend, or not Earthbending, Airbending. I like that most Airbending abilities are just target any non-land permanent or something. This one, just being that it can only hit your own non-lands, is kind of like sucky. Let's see, the Cave of Two Lovers. Let's see, create 2/1/1s. Search a library for a mountain or a cave. Put in your hand. Earthbend 3. Knowledge Seeker. I like this card a lot. Zuko's Exile. I like this card a lot. Dilated Indoctrination. Flexible Waterbender. Glider Kids. Firebending Lesson. Barrel. And Rocky Rebuke. Alright, we are on our 7th to last pack now. Copy. Swamp. Deserter Disciple. The Unagi of Kyoshi Island. Flash. Has Ward, Waterbend 4. That's a really good ward right there. Wow. So they can only pay because counter it unless they pay 4. They can tap. Okay, so it's not as good as a ward actually. I lied. So it's effectively just ward 4. But it's slightly worse. When an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw 2 cards though, so I like that. Like that. Take that. That's good. That's good. Cat Gator. When this creature enters, it deals damage equal to the number of swamps to any target. 7 mana though. Dragonfly Swarm. Flying, Ward 1, power and toughness equal to the number of non-creatures, non-lands in your grave. When it dies, if there's less in your grave, draw a card. That's kind of cool. I like the Ward 1 on it. So like a little bit of protection to it. Rockalanche. Haybai? I don't know. Spirit of Balance. Enters or attacks. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Put 2/1 counters on it. When it leaves, put its counters on another creature you control. That's neat. I like that. Geyser Leaper. Canyon Crawler. First Time Flyer. Passionate Healer. Ostrich Horse. Porcupine. When you cast a non-creature, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Earthbending Lesson. Alright, we're down to our last 6 packs. Let's just take them out. Alright. Put the box over to the side here. Alright, let's go. It's one of those like tokens. Mountain, Dilated Indoctrination, Secret Tunnel. This land can't be blocked. Taps regardless. 2 target creatures you control share creature type can't be blocked this turn. That's pretty good. Katara, Bending Protege. Protege. At the beginning of your end step, if Katara's tapped, put a 1 counter on her. Waterbend 6 to draw a card. That's neat. Master Piando. Epic Downfall. Exile target creature with mana value 3 or greater. Jong Jong the Deserter. Hog Monkey. Guana Parrot. Pretending Poxbearers. Corrupt Court Official. Platypus Bear. Ostrich Horse. How to Start a Riot. Alright. Last 5 packs. see it. Food, forest, Tar the Fearless. Oh, it's like a full art foil too. Wow, that's pretty dope. Probably put that in the sleeve. Nice. Wartime Protesters. Ally enters, put a 1 counter on that creature, and it gains haste. Sokka's Haiku. Counter target. Oh, that's funny. Counter target spell. Draw a card, mill 3 cards. Untap target land. That's funny. 5 mana, though. It's not funny. My Jaded Edge. Prowess. Then she has Exhaust for 3. Put a double strike counter on her. Dai Agents. ETB, Earthbend 1, Earthbend 1. When this creature attacks, each opponent loses X. You gain X, where X is the number of creatures you control, with 1/1 counters on them. Earth Kingdom Jailer. So when this enters, exile an artifact, creature, or enchantment opponent controls may have 3 until this creature leaves the battlefield. Oh, that's kind of neat. I like that. Look at this on the creature. Callous Inspector. Lost Days. Merchant. Fire Nation Raider attacks. Create a clue token. 4 mana though. Messenger Hawk. Sabertooth. And we got 4 packs left. Oof. Alright. Token. Swamp. Ooh, another Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. I like this card a lot. Whenever you draw a second card, you get to just make a 1/1. I like that. Phoenix Fleet Airship. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacked a permanent this turn, make a token as a copy of this vehicle. And then, as long as you control 8 or more permanents named Phoenix Fleet Airship, it's an artifact. If only at the beginning of your end step, make the clone though. Kinda cool. Air Nomad Legacy. Whenever this enchantment enters, you make a clue, and then creature with flying get +1/+1. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. When this creature enters, make a food token. Whenever you sacrifice a food, search your library for basic, put it on the battlefield tapped. If you search your library this way, put this creature at the bottom of the owner's library and then shuffle. Ooh. I was really... Oh man, I was so into this card for a second. Like, literally the whole time until like that last sentence. Oh my god. This card was almost insane. Okay, Tundra Tank. Let's see. Enters, target creature you control gains indestructible. Gather the White Lotus. It's 1/1s. And scry 2. For every planes that you control, though. That's pretty cool. Waterbending Lesson. Tending Poxwalkers. Doctrination, Fire Nation Cadets, Vindictive Warden, this card I do actually like. Wooltop Centuries, reach Death Touch when it dies. There's less than gain 2 life. Alright, last 3 packs. We still have a shot to pull the Blue Spirit and Burb. Looking for the Burb. Ally, an Island, Passionate Healer. Firebender's Ascension. Let's see, when this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier with Firebending 1, and then whenever a creature you control attacking calls the trigger ability of that creature, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then if it has 4 or more quest counters, you may copy that ability. I like that, that's pretty cool. Thrashing Wave. Let's see, 2 mana. As additional cost, Waterbend X. Tap up to X target creatures, then distribute 3 stun counters among attack creatures. Wow, that's okay. That's pretty good, except it's a sorcery. Oh my god. If this was an instant, I was reading this card like it was an instant. I mean, it's still like it's okay. I mean, I guess like it opens your it up for your break through your opponent's board. It's okay. Fatal Fissure. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, you Earthbend 4. Twin Blades. The Boulder, ready to rumble. Let's see, attacks, Earthbend X number of creature, power 4 or greater. Okay. Curious Farm Animals, First Time Flyer, Path to Redemption, Beetle-Headed Merchants, Rebellious Captives, Porcupine, Platypus Bear, and 2 packs left. Alright. Alright, it all comes down to this. Give me the blue spirit. Give me the bird. Give me both. Sunblessed Peak. Jody. White Lotus Tile. Enters tapped. Add X mana for any one color. Rex is the greatest number of creature. Rex is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Okay, so that's like pretty good for like tribal. First an ally. Let's see, this creature gets +1/+0 for all the allies you control, and then for Wooburg 2, Earthbend 5. I guess. Energy Bending. Land you control, gain all basic land types until end of turn, and draw a card. That's interesting. Seems like you can do something neat with that. Destined Confrontation. Zhao, Ruthless Admiral, has Firebending 2. When you sack another permanent, creature control at +1/+0. Giant Koi, Racer Rings, Corrupt Court Official, Cat Owl, Rocky Rebuke, Fire Nation Raider, Walltop Sentries. Alright guys, so last pack. Pretty sure there's no shot that we pull Bird and Water Spirit from the same pack. It'd be really cool if that happens, but I don't know. If it's not impossible, it's extremely unlikely. Alright, here we are. Ballistic Boulder. Forest. Moose. Tiger Seal. Tundra Tank. Team Avatar. Let's see, when a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X/+X, X number of creatures you control. 2 and a white, discard this card, deal damage to a number of creatures. Fire Nation Warship. Allies at last. Affinity for allies. 2 creatures control, deal damage equal to their power to our creature opponent controls. Sold out. Cat Owl. Nah. Unlucky. Unlucky. This just wasn't our set. Ah, man. This just wasn't our set, chat. Jeez. Oh well. That is just unfortunate. This box didn't pull through at the last second for me. I was hopeful. I was hopeful. But altogether, this is like a lot of cards I would say have pretty good playability. There's a lot of cards in here. And then like even then, all the cards like all this, or it's just like bulk right now. Who knows? Maybe in the future, I'm gonna be looking through those cards again. So I still feel pretty good about this box. A good chunk of cards that I immediately have a place for, and a bunch of cards that hopefully in the future I'll also have a place for. But yeah, thanks for coming to hang out, guys. It's always a good time. Cracking open a box, hanging out, chilling. Always good time, always good time. And then like some of these pulls, pretty good. Like T-Pro, Bribery, Foil Katara. How many Angs did we pull? How many Angs? I think I pulled 3, right? Let's see. No, there's a lot of Angs. Pulled a bunch of Zuko's too. I don't know know if there's anything I want to make a new commander out of. Yeah, I pulled 3 Angs. Unless you count the Merit Lage token. Let's see. Yeah, we pulled 3 out of 8 of the Angs. An Ang Teferi's Protection. So, an Ang Merit Lage. So, that was pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for coming to hang out, guys. And I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, take it easy and have a great weekend. Enjoy the new set.